not going to be a recession in the US. Forget about what Moody's says or Standard and Poor's or Fitch. It's not going to be a recession. They downgraded the US based on the escalated, heightened debt ceiling that Congress want to raise by $5 trillion in order to accommodate expansion within the US and industry and infrastructure. But look at the amount of money, foreign investment, that's being piled into the US since January. It's more than $7 trillion has been committed and foreign investment into the US. That will create million jobs. That will create industrial expansion. That will create economic activity and will create a much stronger economy. Not only that, if you look at the negative GDP that was reported at the last reporting in the US, came in at minus 0.3%. That came in minus 0.3%. But quite simply, what you have is huge imports of over 41% jump in imports back in March, April to beat the tariffs. However, if you take that 41% out of the equation, you have positive GDP, which is the measure of the overall health of the economy, at 4.5%. Real GDP, not Biden-Harris GDP, real GDP in the US will be 4.5 to 5.5% this year under Trump. Why is that? You've got much better economic activity, you've got increased consumer spending, you've got increased retail sales, and also you've got a reduction of government expenses and government costs. The firing of government employees has saved huge amounts of money, where under Biden-Harris, the measure of GDP included the wages and salaries of government workers. Work that one out. Therefore, under Trump, you're going to have real GDP and the economy is going to move. All of this we are going to discuss on our workshop, and I teach a 3-day online course on fundamentals, analysis, how to trade, how to be successful. You can DM me workshop to get on board. There are fees to apply. But going back to the economy is going to be very strong. Do not be misled by the Western media or socialist media, New York Times and Washington Post, that are looking to degrade and deride Trump's actions, but to bring in $7 trillion of overseas investment into the US in less than 6 months is amazing. Anyhow, if you want to get onto the workshop, where we'll be studying fundamentals, analysis, stocks, options, crypto, gold, you need to DM the word workshop. There is a fee. Catch you later.